Scroats McGoat says, last night as a member, if Tim doesn't disavow Eliza tonight, get the out, Scroats McGoat. You can cancel right now and see you later. You will never wave money in my face and make me disavow anybody, especially someone I care so little about, Eliza Bleu. She's been on the show 2 times. If you're going to cancel because I won't do what you say, you shouldn't have been here in the first place. Bye-bye. Don't let the door hit your on the way out.
So maybe for 2022, we'd be a bit nicer, a bit more self-reflective, and we enjoy the fact that people are working hard to make free content for you. If you don't like it, don't watch it.
You shouldn't have been here in the first place.
If you don't like it, don't watch it.
Don't let the door hit your on the way out.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the recording. I hope you'll give me a second to hear me out before reacting to this video. This will be the last time I cover this Tim Pool versus the quartering thing. It absolutely sucks that we're talking about this instead of some rando person having the power to ban people off Twitter. But here's where we are, and to be honest with you, I've certainly played a part in that, and so I do have some regrets, and that's why I want to get this out there, react to what happened last night, and get right back to covering more important things. We've got some Joe Rogan news today. We've got some Hogwarts Legacy news. We've got perhaps some other kind of world news stuff, since some people asked for that. But anyway, last night Tim reacted to his chat. Very aggressively and emotionally, and I don't really want to play the endless clips. I feel like I have secondhand embarrassment. I don't think it was Tim's best moment, but I don't really want to perpetuate sharing that out and making it worse on him. We did find out, he mentioned, I guess, why he blocked me, and so I want to address that because it illegitimately it could be just a misunderstanding, and I do also want to say, like, it's not like I didn't antagonize the guy. I don't really have, I have issues with, the ignoring the stories, going back to Jack Murphy, and clearly this Eliza Bleu thing where he gives a really weak sauce reason for not doing it. He says, oh, she's irrelevant. She doesn't have this or that. Well, the woman's been on your show twice. She's relevant enough to have more appearances on Timcast than I do. So, I mean, I think, and I'm irrelevant. He's talking about world leaders. He's trying to get politicians. He's trying to really take Timcast to the next level, and I think he's going to do it. He's going to be very successful at it. But he mentioned after the paywall, of course, goes up, that he felt like I was giving him some sort of passive aggressive threat or something like that. He did not misrepresent what I said. And I put out the tweet, so I just want to say, like, back on January 25th, I said, for sure I'll reach out to Cassandra soon. That was in regards to me saying, like, I didn't share any of his messages here. That was in regards to rebooking, right? Then last Friday, I said, even though our viewers want war, I don't. I was trying to cool it down a little bit. And I said, please tell me this dude took her to task, as in, like, Shane. Hopefully Shane was going to do a good job. And then he said, what? And then blocked me. I didn't know I was blocked at the time. It just said he's not available on Messenger. So I was like, oh, I don't know, maybe he's a messenger. I literally didn't think I even sent out a tweet. I was like, hey man, I'm trying to message you. I don't know. So, he said that he took this as some sort of veiled threat. It was not intended in that purpose. But I can also see why, maybe given all the heat that was getting heaped on him, he felt that way. And so, it's definitely not what I intended. I was definitely trying to just kind of play it chill, try to be like, come on, man, tell me, like, what? I was basically trying to be like, come on, man, tell me that, Shane's going to write a killer piece and everything's going to be okay. And he took that as a threat. I clearly was not, to me. But I 100% understand why he might feel that way. I also want to address the memes, because apparently that really hurt his feelings. I don't know. This is what people said he said in the members only section, where you have to pay $10 to see it. I mean, they were mean, but they were also funny. I think if I could go back, would I post the Jack Murphy beanie? Apparently that really bothered him. I don't know. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, it was pretty funny. But like, what I will say is this, like, first of all, please, I just want to move forward and get back on the actual topic and things like that. But like, I completely understand why he blocked me now that I hear these things. If he really thought I was sending some sort of veiled threat, that certainly would have been enough. Also, like, I didn't know that it hurt his feelings so bad. There are many unflattering memes of me. So I don't know. I'm sorry your feelings were hurt, Tim. I could have remained more professional. And like, while I don't really feel like it was that bad, I think like if you hurt somebody's feelings and that was, I think that it's okay to apologize for that. But like, I don't know what to believe. The guy didn't even follow me on Twitter. So if he's really like have his feelings hurt so much and he kind of presents us as like a friend betrayed me. I mean, we don't talk on the phone. I don't even have the guy's number. He doesn't follow me on Twitter. We only message about business. So I don't know. I don't know if he was just saying that or if he genuinely was hurt. But if he was genuinely hurt about it, hey, Tim, I'm sorry about that, man. I did go too far. It's a little too personal. I made my point. What I was very frustrated with is, you're obviously ignoring this while cashing in thousands of dollars a night and people asking you to cover it. And like when you say stuff like, I don't do drama, but then you have endless videos arguing with Hassan or Cenk Uygur or Taylor Lorenz, or you have Candace Owens on over drama. You have Steven Crowder on over drama. You produce videos about the Grammys. You do videos about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So come on, bro. I think that the reality is Tim's channel is a news first channel. And that's what he wants. And that's cool with a little bit of drama, right? I'm like more of an entertainment channel that uses the avenue of the news. Occasionally we'll cover serious topics, but usually I'm just memeing, usually we're covering, most of the things that I cover are pointless. Sometimes we talk about some stuff that's very important, like getting people banned off Twitter, but he goes on to make some wild claims. So I want to address look, if Tim, your feelings were really hurt about the memes, I'll delete them. And I do apologize for that. My criticism stands about, not ever talking about Jack or Eliza. And I should have just kept it to that. Now, the other comments last night were so wild, I didn't even know how to react to them. So first, he claims that people who are talking about Eliza Bleu are being paid by PR firms. Now, some people would say, are you talking about all these YouTubers that are talking about it? He doesn't say YouTubers. He just says people. He says people get into the comments and say, and inspire YouTubers to then cover it. I mean, reputation management is a thing, okay? But this story is not that. I was not flooded with people talking about demanding me to cover it. I mean, I saw it unraveling in real time. So I think that's a little wild. To say, you hear that everyone, according to Tim, you're all paid bots. I think his chat was obviously very offended at that point because his chat has been wild lately. No, obviously, you see even Lofty here says, who is he even referring to? I've only seen people I personally like you talk about her. Does he even pay attention? Star Wars Girl says it's this whole chat. He's mad that thousands of people are chatting, calling him out for ignoring it. Again, I will say again, Tim is not required to cover anything, but also that doesn't mean that I can't criticize that. And then he does the Frost thing, which I think was just him having a bad moment, a bad break. And, he may be right. about this. He goes on to claim that everyone in his chat, all the people in chat are just not actually subscribers and all this stuff, and they're bots in the chat, even though you have to be subscribed to actually chat in his chat. And he says, that Timcast memberships are actually going up, not going down. I 100% believe that part. People want to support the person that they want to back. I bet you there are more people that joined my channel and did memberships too. Like, people want to get behind people, and that's what's great about you viewers. But I don't know if it's all about money. He claims that it was just all bots who were upset with him. I think that's not true. People see, people see, oh, he lost 10,000 subs. That's not exactly how it works. It only updates every 10,000. So the last time he gained he gained 40,000 in January. So far in February, he's given back 10,000, but that doesn't mean he lost 10,000 last night. He could have just passed it and then went back by a few thousand or even a few hundred. But certainly people are unsubscribing that aren't bots. And so, I think that sucks. That probably hurt his his viewers' feelings. They came over and I was talking with some of them in chat, and I get it. And you know what? This is probably just Tim purging the people he doesn't want in his audience. There's been a few times in my history where I've kind of, I've been very clear about things that I don't like seeing in my chat. Things I don't like seeing in my comment section, things of that nature. And this could just be what he did, what he wanted. It's all part of his plan. But this did not go over well.
Scroats McGoat says, last night as a member, if Tim doesn't disavow Eliza tonight, get the out, Scroats McGoat. You can cancel right now and see you later. You will never wave money in my face and make me disavow anybody, especially someone I care so little about. Eliza Bleu. She's been on the show 2 times. If you're going to cancel because I won't do what you say, you shouldn't have been here in the first place. Bye-bye. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
I mean, look, this is actually somewhat admirable, except delivered in an extremely, emotional way. He's just trying to say hey, I'm not, can't be bought. I think that's a good thing. I also think that pretending that thousands of people in your chat who are, berating you are all fake bots and a PR agency, all this kind of stuff, absolutely wild. That nobody actually believes that. But I will say, if you made it this far in the video, if I can, I know I can't ask people to do anything, and I can't demand you do anything and do my bidding. But I think we've all kind of heard everybody's bid on this. I want to focus back on putting together the pieces on how these Twitter accounts got banned. Also, restoring the many Twitter accounts that are still banned through the proper pressure and channels. The spat between Tim and I was escalated by me, and for that, I apologize. I didn't stick on, the topic. I still think it's very suspect that you refuse to cover her, and I don't buy that Timcast only cares about, I think the whole Tim doesn't do drama is baloney. You can't just call this girl an e-girl nobody after you platformed her twice. And after you deployed your own reporter to put together an 80,000 word piece on her, I think that's extremely disingenuous. But I don't think there's any value in pushing this fight forward. We're fighting for the same things, Tim and I. And if I can ask any favors, look, if you're upset with him, then just don't watch, or unsubscribe. But don't spam his chat every single night or harass him. And the reason I'm asking is because he's blaming me for that. I've never told anyone to do that, and I don't want you to do that. And I really don't want you to give money to somebody to tell them you don't like them. There are many charities out there, or there are coffee companies that would much rather have your money. But if I can ask a favor, if you're upset with Tim, either just unsub or don't tune in. because the barrage of stuff is like blowing back on me, and I don't like, I know I never told you to do it, but I can ask, I guess, maybe to consider, just, what Tim's about now, okay? He posted, I think we all know where we both stand, and I really want to get back on focusing on fighting the real enemy here, and I don't think Tim is that. So that's the last I'm going to say about it. If Shane's Shane Cashman's part 2 comes out, I'm going to cover that, but I'm not going to cover any more like Tim versus the quartering. And if you're on my Twitter, I understand. I see sometimes I just can't respond to that stuff because I don't think it's beneficial. So that's the last I'm going to say on it, and I appreciate you all sticking through all the hilarity.